We're glad you're with us. Philip Coleman has the night off tonight. Signs of recovery from the April 27, 2011 tornado continue popping up all across West Alabama. The famous Hot and Now sign at the Krispy Kreme in Tuscaloosa is shining bright. The grand reopening comes nearly 16 months after the storm destroyed the original building. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has more in tonight's top story.
It's a line that seemed to never end. Hundreds of people waiting anxiously for the sign and their donuts. A day owner, Evan Smith, says he never thought would come.
Here we are a year and a half later and we're open. And I wasn't expecting lines down the street, police, traffic control, drive-through, wrapped around the building. It's a pretty awesome feeling. Tuscaloosa is a great place to live.
Jessica Curtin waited outside Krispy Kreme's front doors for 10 hours to be the first customer and to turn on the famous sign.
Oh, it's going to mean so much to everybody to be able to have them donuts in the morning. It's just rebuilding a piece of Tuscaloosa.
And Curtin wasn't the only supporter to wait in line overnight.
I got out here at about right at 11. My roommates had come a little earlier, but I got off work as soon as I could and just headed straight up here. So it was a lot of fun, though.
I've been here since 3:15
This morning.
I'm ready for some Krispy Kreme donuts, and they're good and hot and fresh.
For a lot of these people, having the Hot and Now sign back on in Tuscaloosa isn't just about the donut.
My mother raised me on it. I raised my daughter on it. Now I'm raising my granddaughter on it. So that's what, 4 generations?
The Alberta Elementary is waiting to break ground and rebuild. So yeah, I celebrate with every rebuilding.
Looking at a lot of this area over the past year has been really painful because there was just nothing here. It was really, really hard to see the parking lot where it was all destroyed, and now it's back. And so it's just really, really heartwarming to finally be able to get our donuts back.
Smith says the store is heavily staffed and they're hoping to stay busy for a while. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
And by now you are probably hungry. Smith told WVUA that employees have been working all night to make today happen. And one neat fact, they are making 250 dozens of donuts every hour. That is a lot of donuts. And just around the corner, Express Oil Change officially raised its garage doors for business today. After more than 25 years in one spot, Express Oil Change lost everything on April 27th. There were 12 people, including 7 employees, at the center when the tornado hit. All escaped without injuries and could not be happier to finally open the doors of the new store.
For actually filling the area back in from it being empty, kind of left a little hole in everybody's heart, especially for everything being so full. And now that all the buildings are coming back up, I think everybody's getting a little excited and going back to normal.
One step closer to getting back to where we need to be.
Other businesses are also in the process of building back, including Hokkaido Japanese Restaurant and Schlotsky's Restaurant. Another big story we're following for you tonight is reaction to the latest developments surrounding Alabama's immigration law. Protesters took to the street Monday afternoon following a ruling from the U.S. 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. The court struck down the parts of the law's provision allowing state schools to check the citizenship status of new students, but they upheld the section allowing police officers to question a person's immigration status after a lawful stop. Some demonstrators called Alabama's law an injustice to immigrants in the state. Immigration lawyer Carol Armstrong explains what the part of the law they upheld will mean.
The provision that allows police in the course of an otherwise lawful stop to ask you to verify your lawful status, and there are certain documents with which you can do that, that's still in effect.
The Justice Department announced today it's establishing a civil rights unit in Alabama in response to the state's crackdown on illegal immigration. Officials say it's to ensure the federal government has an eye on civil rights issues in Alabama. Alabama voters will head to the polls September 18th, voting on a special amendment for Medicaid. The Alabama Medicaid amendment would authorize the annual transfer of more than $145 million from an oil and gas trust fund to the general fund budget for the state Medicaid budget. Governor Robert Bentley says he and legislative leaders are committed to paying back the money. Bentley says big budget cuts are likely if the amendment does not pass. 100 University of Alabama freshmen decided to start the school year off with a bang. It's called the UA Ripple Effect. A freshman service day invited the new students into the community to help around Tuscaloosa. From helping with Habitat for Humanity to removing tornado debris, these freshmen not only worked on building new homes, but also new relationships with people in Tuscaloosa. The recipient of this Habitat for Humanity house, Willie Welsh, says she could not be happier to see UA freshmen helping build her brand new home.
It means a whole lot to me. It really did. It really. And I appreciate it so much. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate this.
It's a good thing. And students also worked with Temporary Emergency Services, the Red Cross, and the United States Recovery Program. WVUA is covering Huntsville, where a high-speed chase broke out, reaching more than 100 miles an hour. Police say the driver had drugs in the car. As the officer walked toward the car after stopping it, he said he could smell the drugs. But before he could speak to the driver, the car sped away. Police chased the car onto the freeway, reaching speeds of 110 miles per hour. When officers finally caught up with that car, they say they found drugs stashed inside and, of course, arrested the driver. President Obama is on a two-day tour of Ohio and Nevada. Earlier today, he made a campaign stop at Capital University in Columbus, Ohio. That's where he talked about his fight to improve access to quality and affordable education.
Your education's never been more important. The degree that you earn from this university is the surest path that you will have to a good job and to higher earnings. It's the best tool you'll have to achieve what is the core promise of this country. The idea that if you work hard, your work will be rewarded.
Mitt Romney's vice presidential candidate, Paul Ryan, had plenty to say on the campaign trail today, but so far he's avoided the hot-button topic of Missouri's U.S. Senate candidate, Todd Akin. At a rally this morning near Pittsburgh, Ryan hit typical talking points such as Medicare, the economy, and Washington insiders.
We are going to lead. We are going to confront the tough issues of the day. What Mitt Romney and I are asking is to earn your support, to deserve victory, so that when we win this election, we fix this mess in Washington. We have the mandate to do what's right, to get this country back on the right track.
And mark your calendar, the presidential election is set for November 6th.